Welcome to the MFR Coaches podcast, where we talk about how you can create a six-figure MFR practice. I'm your host, Heather Hommel. Not only have I been practicing MFR for 11 years, I'm also a life and business coach, especially for MFR therapists. My goal is for you to understand how to get fully booked, how to talk to your clients, and how to make sure they understand what's possible for them with MFR treatment. I'm here to help you stop under-earning, overworking, and burning out. I'll lend support so you can create the MFR practice you've always wanted. Learn how you can do it too, even if you live in a tiny town, and even if you're just starting out, and even if you've ran your practice for years. Let's go.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the MFR Coaches podcast. I am your host, Heather Hommel, as usual, the MFR coach, and I help MFR therapists to learn the business skills that are needed so that you can get fully booked, help a lot of people, and make money in your MFR business. So why is selling MFR so important, and why have we been sold the messaging that selling is bad? Selling simply means to give or hand over something in exchange for money. Another simple definition is any transaction which money is exchanged for a good or service. What you might be thinking selling is something that you have to do to convince people that it's a lot of work, that MFR should sell itself. Maybe you have the thought, I don't want to do this. I just want to treat patients. So if you don't want to change those thoughts, you might be better off working for someone else in their MFR business, where someone else is doing all the heavy lifting of selling MFR for you. But the bottom line is that in order to make money as an MFR business owner, someone is doing the selling. In order for you to have a high earning MFR business where you aren't hustling your ass off or seeing over 20 clients a week and working on weekends, you need to get good at not only selling MFR, but having excellent boundaries around the hours that you work and ensure that you charge a rate that sustains the exact business that you want to have. When you are an MFR business owner, your business success depends on your ability to not only talk about MFR, but your ability to sell MFR to your clients in their best interest. So if you feel like, or you think you should not have to sell MFR or that selling is bad, it will directly affect your business. You won't get fully booked, or it will take you forever to get there. You'll under-earn and you'll end up overworking, which eventually will lead you to burning out. You'll feel stressed, graspy, and frustrated, all to avoid the feeling of being salesy, the feeling that you're trying to avoid by not selling MFR. So obviously, if you are here listening to this podcast, you have some sort of interest in having a successful MFR business. Maybe you already have one. Quite possibly you're fully booked and enjoying success. And I'm super excited for you if that's the case. This is great news. But I want you to know that selling MFR can feel even more fun and even more easy than it does right now. It can be a really enjoyable aspect, and it is the key to becoming fully booked and never under-earning in your MFR business. It is also vital that each and every one of you have a successful business in order to make MFR accessible by continuing to ensure that MFR becomes mainstream. Access is created by having many businesses open so clients can find you and get the treatment that they desire. The more successful business owners, the more access is created. What I suggest for all of you listening is to learn how to sell MFR in service of your clients' best interests. Learn how to talk about real patient results so clients know what is possible for them. Always sell and never stop selling MFR. Sell it like your livelihood depends on it, because it does. Never say you don't need or want money. Make it okay to earn money doing MFR. Get fully booked. Help lots of people and earn an absolute fuck ton of money doing it. Don't wait to be an expert in your hands-on skill level before becoming an expert at selling. I will argue that you'll become an expert in your hands-on skill level, an expert at selling MFR, not the other way around. Inside my Foundations program, we have a private Facebook group where we have a lot of interesting discussions. A student posted in there the other day about not being in it for the money. but quickly discovered that she actually was in it for the money because she found that she had plenty of interest in her personal life outside of her MFR business. that she did without payment that actually cost her money to enjoy. And while she enjoys and loves MFR, she wouldn't be doing it unless she was getting paid. Getting paid in her MFR business allowed her to do all the things she loved doing in her personal life. And I'd argue that for most of us with jobs and businesses, it's the same. We work so we can make money, so we can live the life we want to live. Some of us have settled for just enough. Some of us have been so busy surviving, we've never considered what else is even possible. And some of us have never even thought about what our life would be like if we had plenty of money or even extra money. I'll just be honest with you. I love making money and I do it with this business that I've created. I did it with my MFR business. I get to love what I'm doing. I get to love what I do and I get to love making money while doing it so I can enjoy my life outside of my business. My business is not my entire identity. And this is healthy. This is good. You can love MFR and love making money doing it. And you can also have an entire life and lifestyle outside of MFR, where you go to vacations that don't involve anything to do with MFR, where you have a life outside of it. Another student in the community wrote, "I'm in it for the money." And that stopped me in my tracks about how this coaching program has been able to make that a safe thing to say inside our group. And I want to say it outside of our group. For those of you that haven't yet joined, that are just listening to this podcast, this is a benefit for all of you listening who haven't yet made this decision to make your business easier by joining my programs, where we have these discussions, where we take what is the norm, the societal norm, and we turn it on its head and we create a new societal norm where it's normal to earn a lot of money and normal to be getting crazy patient results based on how you're able to sell MFR. You can absolutely be a spectacular expert MFR therapist and be in it for the money. And it is completely safe and okay for you to do that. After all, in order to make the money, you'll have to be getting clients these results. The money doesn't just land before the client results do. Let me say it again. I want to normalize being an MFR therapist to be in it for the money. If you aren't in it for the money, then don't charge for it. Become a not-for-profit organization instead of a business. Give it away for free. That would be the only way to not be in it for the money.
I'm teaching you how to sell MFR to anyone in any situation on November 8th at noon Central. During this training, you will learn my process for selling MFR in a way that makes it fun and easy for you and allows your clients to opt into MFR by saying yes more often. After this training, we're opening the doors to my Foundations 12-month coaching program where you learn how to get fully booked and how to make money no matter how new or old you are to MFR or to your MFR business. Register for Sell MFR to Anyone in Any Situation by going to www.themfrcoach.com/webinar. Enrollment for Foundations will be open November 8th at noon until noon on November 15th. So be ready to join and don't forget to register for that webinar, www.themfrcoach.com/webinar.
If this makes you mad, I'd be curious why, and I want you to ask yourself, why is it upsetting to me that people would want to make money doing MFR? Why is it okay for doctors, lawyers, and even John Barnes and other business owners to make all the money that they want doing what they love, but it's not okay for you? Why is it okay for them, but it's not okay for you? Really question that. Why? Who does it directly benefit for you to not be making money? And tell yourself the truth. As much as you love MFR, as much as you love it and the results that clients get with it, would you truly be happy doing it for free and letting your own needs for financial security go by the wayside? Who again would benefit from that? Would you be a better therapist if you can't afford to get your own MFR treatments, can't afford to take time off, can't afford to get more hands-on training? Does that make you truly better? Does that make you a better therapist or a better business owner? I'm going to tell you it doesn't. When you tell yourself you don't need money, you keep yourself and your business small. You also keep our industry as a unit small. It helps to keep it secret, making MFR even less accessible than it already is because not very many people are doing it. It makes it less mainstream, less desired. You make MFR even harder to find for people, harder for people to get to you. If you can't afford to have online booking and you can't afford to have a website, this is a problem for access. It also perpetuates the idea that selling is bad, that exchanging money for a service is wrong. It keeps MFR therapists in a lesser or lower position, below other modalities that have decided that it's okay to make money. It makes us less legitimate. And this pisses me off to no end. And many of us MFR therapists are just complicit here. We buy into the idea and we agree with it, that somehow MFR being the best kept secret is cute and adorable and okay. And you're right. That's real cute and adorable, but cute and adorable in the way where I say that to myself so that I don't punch the wall, because it really is annoying. It makes it so difficult for us to be mainstream and for people to take MFR as a modality seriously. It starts with us, the therapists that are doing the modality, to make this mainstream. I can't honestly think of a better industry to have money in than the MFR industry, where people decide to become therapists because of how lucrative of a career they can create for themselves through learning how to sell MFR and getting fully booked and providing outstanding relief and results for their patients. That's really what we're talking about here. We're not talking about selling snake oil and scandalizing people and taking their money. We're talking about the ability for us to talk about real results that our patients can get, what is possible, and telling them that we can help them. That really is the bottom basis for selling MFR. It's not about convincing, and it's not about a bait and switch. It's about, here's what I can offer you. Do you want what I have to offer? This is the cost to get it. Imagine being fully booked in your business and creating the reality of knowing that if your car breaks down, you can afford to fix it without stress or worry, that you can pay your bills easily. You can fix that dishwasher that leaks or the dryer that broke down. You can easily replace it if you need to, without having to sacrifice if you eat that week or not. You can pay for that extra ballet class, the extra tutor, the dream vacation, another seminar, or take the time off that you don't actually need to take off, but want to take off. Pay for the treatment for yourself or a loved one, and experience the best out of your body functioning at that level because you are just doing this high level of care with yourself. Imagine being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, and the freedom that that creates for you. This is what having money in your MFR business creates, and it's a beautiful thing. The freedom that comes with a fully booked practice and the skills to sell MFR is what ultimately creates all of this freedom in your business and outside of your business. In our community, we tend to over-desire hands-on skill perfection in order to create confidence in our ability to help people. And we undervalue the skill of selling the results of that hands-on skill because we've been told and we've agreed that selling is bad. You can learn all the hands-on skills, be an expert, and have a failing business where you don't get fully booked and you under-earn, all because you don't decide to purposefully learn how to sell in service of your clients. You can also be a novice in your hands-on skills and develop into an expert by learning how to sell, by getting fully booked, and by putting into practice the skills that you've already learned up to this point with the intention of learning more. But by practicing those on your patients and then layering on more and more seminars as you go, all while affording to do so and building not only your ability to apply the new skills, but layer them into the skills you've already learned so that you are an even more confident, centered, and grounded therapist who also knows they are well taken care of financially. Slowing down on your hands-on training in an effort to put those skills into action by creating a fully booked practice will help you afford more treatment for yourself and more seminars for yourself over the lifetime of your practice. When you go to learn skills and know you are bringing them back to a fully booked practice, you'll take those seminars differently. You won't be afraid of how you'll pay off the cost of travel to take those seminars or the tuition. You won't be worried about taking time off. You'll be at ease knowing that you paid for it with the money you've already generated and the money that you will continue to create in your business. You'll also have more confidence in your ability to keep going, all because you know how to sell what you've got. So no matter what happens in your business, no one client being upset with you is going to break your business. You know how to sell to the next person. You're not afraid of hearing no. You'll be happy to never keep it a secret. You'll be moving our profession forward instead of contributing to its secretive nature. When you know and you learn the skill of selling MFR, it's a skill you only get better at over time. It's a skill that you can learn to love and feel good about. If you think this is crazy, the only reason it isn't that way for you now is simply because you don't know what you don't know yet. You are close to learning it by listening to these podcasts. You're even closer if you've tried one of my free trainings. But you have to decide to stop undervaluing the skills related to selling MFR and what's possible for your clients and your business when you finally get out of your own way and you decide to value the skill set of running a business and the skill set of knowing how to sell MFR to anyone in any situation. I challenge you to break free from the current paradigm and make the shift to a fully booked practice, no matter what your hands-on skill level is right at this time and place. Decide to become an expert at selling MFR. This will make you an expert at treating patients because you'll have plenty of clients to practice on. You'll improve your confidence and the outcomes for these clients simply by treating them and selling MFR to them again and again. You'll stop outsourcing your expertise to the more advanced therapist up the road. You'll become more advanced by affording to take more seminars, but you'll do so with much more intention and a lot less desperation to feel confidence. If you want to go fast to expert status, the best way is through your successful business and that business funding your way to expert status. It breaks my heart to see so many expert level therapists without the ability to get fully booked or who are chronically under-earning and undercharging and overworking simply because they believe that making money is wrong and that they can't earn money and they have to work so hard to deserve what they get. And this creates needless suffering and again, just holds our industry back. Who does it hurt if you sell MFR? Who does it hurt if you make a lot of money giving MFR treatments? Who does it hurt if people become MFR therapists for the money? Ask yourself and answer these questions for yourself. Who does it hurt? I'm going to guess that your answer is no one. After working with hundreds of MFR business owners, they are the ones who are confident, fully booked, and they have money, more than enough money, and even lots of money for now and for later. They take lots of time off, they take great care of themselves, and they are the walking examples of the work and what is possible with MFR. On top of that, they have freedom, loads of freedom to work when and how they choose, and a long list of client results to back up the work and the money they've earned. Their clients truly get what is possible with MFR because they've sold to them in service, and their clients stay in treatment and really, truly get the benefits of myofascial release. I feel very committed and passionate about MFR business owners being high income earners. And I believe that even if you live in a tiny town or a big city, you can do it too. And I have loads of proof of this happening. We have so many therapists that are doing this inside my programs. To help you with selling, I'm going to be offering a free training on November 8th at noon Central Time Zone. Go to www.themfrcoach.com/webinar and sign up for that now. During this 90-minute presentation, I will show you the mindset problems that are keeping you from selling and the subtle yet powerful shifts you can make and put into action right away to sell MFR with confidence to help you get fully booked. I'll be selling to you the results of working with me and how you can get your practice fully booked, charge more, and take more time off when you are a member of my 12-month foundation program. We'll open doors to the foundation program for you to join November 8th through the 15th for the last time in 2024. So come for the free training and stayed for the paid program. Help make MFR mainstream by learning how to sell MFR and put as much attention into learning business skills as you do hands-on skills, so you get a return on investment again and again. Make MFR mainstream with us. Let's go. I'm excited to see you on November 8th, so come live and tell me about your business. I can't wait to hear from you. I'll be back with another episode and some juicy new information on the next episode of the MFR Coaches podcast. I'll see you then. Bye.
Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a minute and rate and review the podcast. I appreciate it. For more information, please follow me on Facebook and Instagram at The MFR Coach. And check out my website, www.themfrcoach.com, for more information. If you are currently not working 20 hours or less and making six figures in your MFR business, I want to help you change that. Make sure you tune into the show and get on my email list so you never miss out on important trainings and information. To be the first to find out when we are enrolling next for my 12-month Business Foundations coaching program, get on that email list at www.themfrcoach.com/join. Inside this program, you'll learn how to raise your rate, overcome objections, and sell MFR. You'll become the MFR therapist that never under-earns and never burns out. It's up to us to make MFR mainstream, and it starts with you and your successful MFR practice. See you next week.